What's up, everybody? Zach Johnson here, your worship director. Call me Director Johnson. Here with the August team update. I'll do 3 things and I'll do them fast. 3.5. I'm gonna start with the half. You may notice all these boxes right here. Those are some lights for church. I've got more boxes of lights in my living room. So my house is much messier than I would like it to be, but you know what? Thank you for letting me dump some of that baggage on you. I'm gonna figure out a place for it. We just don't have much space at church right now either because everything's under construction. I was just at Kentwood last week and a ton of demo has happened. And I guarantee a lot's happened even since last week. It's really cool to see because you can finally start to see some of the new spaces that are coming together. And earlier today I was exploring the basement at, the lower level at Fulton Heights. They're putting up drywall. The spaces are really coming together. It's really, really cool. So thank you for committing to Next Yes. Thank you for helping create spaces, whether that was through prayer or financially or praying for your one, for helping to create these spaces that are going to be so welcoming to people who don't have a relationship with Jesus yet. I'm really excited for them to be done, which kind of leads me to point number 1. Altogether Worship this summer has been so fun for the month of July. It's been so fun to have all of us in the same room, same building, and to have so many people on stage hanging out. I think we've started to find a good groove with that. And I think that it's been so awesome to see all the energy that you guys have been bringing. I think that when we bring the energy, I say it all the time, 90% of the congregation is going to go 90% of where we've been. So when you bring the energy, that helps the congregation and the people engage with what God is saying through the music, through the production. So keep bringing it, man. It's been so fun. It's so fun to be hanging out with you all this summer. And originally, not in light of that, but in relation to that, we were hoping with the construction that we would be done by the end, not done, but that Kentwood would be in a place where we could move in at least partially at the end of the summer, the end of August. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen. So we are going to be doing Altogether Worship for quite a bit longer, honestly, than we were anticipating, but likely late into the fall, at least. So obviously there's no hard dates. Construction is crazy, as I'm learning. And I think we're learning as a church, because this is the most construction we've ever done. But I'm actually really excited to continue this because I think this is going to continue to bring energy into the Fulton Heights neighborhood and into that near downtown area because there aren't a lot of churches there. And I think God is going to use this time in a really impactful way. So keep praying for the neighborhood. Keep praying for the church. And one of the things I've been praying for is the construction workers who are showing up to both locations. I guarantee there's at least a few, maybe if not a majority, of the people who are coming who don't know Jesus yet. So I've been praying for safety for them and that this would kind of awaken in them a desire to see God and to begin a relationship with Him, whether that's at Encounter or another Bible-believing, God-centered church. Be praying for them because I think this could be a really cool start to eternity for them. Secondly, you may have seen an email, or you should have seen an email from Eliza last week talking about youth worship volunteers for this fall. If you're interested, I highly recommend checking it out. You can see Eliza's email for more details. But if you're interested at all, email her. I love youth worship. I got my start obviously, well, not obviously, I don't know why I said that, but I got my start playing guitar in our senior high ministry. And then when I started just being a leader, more so of a leader, took my next step. And as I got older, I led for 3 or 4 years, just doing 5th and 6th grade ministry, just me and an acoustic guitar and randomly a cajon, keys, some other stuff. And it's so cool to be able to build into the students at a young age what worship looks like and what it can look like. So I would really encourage you, check it out and help out this fall. It's all going to be at Fulton Heights. I shouldn't even start talking about details because I don't know them well. But email Eliza if you are interested at all, or if you feel like maybe God is putting something in you where you're like, oh, I'm a little intrigued, but I don't know if I have time. Reach out. The worst that you can say is not yet or no. There's really nothing bad that can come from it. Thirdly, and finally, probably, we are starting a new song on Sunday, new to Encounter, called Grace Like Waters. It's by Community Music, which is based in Chicago. I had actually never heard any of their songs before I heard this song, or at least never knowingly heard one of their songs. And this song is a little older, not old, but it's a little older. But it just, I heard it, as soon as I heard the chorus, it was like, oh, this hits. And I think this song is a great reminder. It feels a little like old school 2010s Bethel, which is a great thing. But I think this song's gonna work really well. And it has some musically, it has some really unique hits in there that aren't really in our top 30 right now. It's kind of straightforward, but I think I think the congregation's gonna respond really well to this one. What I love about it lyrically is just the clear image of grace. So the chorus says, grace like waters running deeper, sent from heaven for my soul. Grace has found me, it's all around me, it's always with me. This I know. I love the clear imagery of that, of grace like water just pouring down on us from heaven. And I think oftentimes, for me at least, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I want things to go exactly to plan in my life. Like, I want to do this at this time for this amount for this duration. I want to do this, then this, then this. And my life's always going to be up and to the right. And it's not, of course, it's never that way. So like, God gives us that grace to pour, and it pours down on us. And then the bridge, I think, is a great continuation of that. Like, just picturing in this moment right now, I'm thinking of, this is kind of old school, but the music video, Rick Rico is going to appreciate this one. The music video of Stars by the band Switchfoot, where they're just literally surrounded by water and they're floating in it, and we are floating in grace. And the bridge says, grace above me, grace before me, grace behind me, grace defends me, grace defines me, grace will guide me, this I know. And I just picture that. Grace is all around us, and then it also defines us because we are surrounded by it, and then we are guided by it, like the currents in the ocean guide a lot of fish. It's just really cool. I think it's a really cool song. I'm really excited for how it's going to minister to us and how it's going to minister to the congregation. So I'm looking forward to starting that one. If you have questions or ideas, kind of wrapping this video up, if you have questions or ideas on maybe camera placement or songs, I know some of you send me songs all the time, and I really appreciate it. Even if we don't do the songs, and we can't do a majority of the songs, we don't get to do a majority of the songs I would love to do. But it's just great to hear different music, and for the musical language that you guys send to speak into whatever we do end up doing. So yeah, if you need anything, let me know. I'm praying for you guys. Yeah. Peace!